for another ride, YouTubers. Close my windshield. Hopefully it'll help with the sound a little bit. And let me turn down my music here, my headset. Welcome back for another ride. I hope you are having a great day. I am. And I want to talk about something today that I think some people will be interested in. I hope so. I want to discuss 5 reasons why I chose to buy and ride a Harley Davidson. Now, I want everybody to keep this in mind as I go through this. These are my opinions. This is my reasons for buying and riding a Harley. These are not the only reasons. And these may be good reasons for you. They may be terrible reasons for you. And I'm not saying Harley is the best. I'm not saying they're the worst. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying these are the reasons I chose to buy and ride a Harley. It's that simple. Don't make it something that's not meant to be. I'm not trying to slam on any other bikes. The 2 bikes I owned before this were Jap bikes, and I never had a problem with either of them. So I'm not slamming on foreign bikes at all. Again, this is just the reasons I chose to ride a Harley. The first reason, it might sound kind of strange, for parts availability and aftermarket support. These bikes, and the reason I say it sounds strange is I'll tell you, these bikes are a dime a dozen. Not really a dime, but they're everywhere. We all know that. You go anywhere across the country or even the world, and you're gonna find Harleys riding around. There was a time in my life when that was enough reason not to get a Harley, because I liked being different. That was kind of important to me when I was younger. As I got older, I learned to appreciate the benefits that come with buying and riding vehicles that are popular and more commonplace. Because there's more common, I can find parts all over for this bike. Another rider. And I can find parts everywhere for this bike, online, at local dealers, factory parts, aftermarket parts. That's a huge bonus to have such an availability of parts and resources. If I want to know how to fix something, if I'm having problems with this bike, there are forums online that other people have had this problem, and they're going to help me get through my difficulty with it and fix what's wrong with it. So to me, that's a huge benefit. If I want to customize it, if I want to get repair parts, it's just so easy to get them. And I like that. Obviously, there's a dealer network all across the country, so it doesn't matter what state I'm in. If I go on a trip, it's not going to be too terribly hard to find parts for this thing. I know a lot of people look at that as a downside because they like to be a little different. I get that. But I've learned to appreciate the benefits of having something that's more common. Number 2, Comfort. This bike, I have a Harley Davidson, I'm sorry. I have a Harley Davidson Electric Glide Ultra Classic. This thing is comfortable. I rode sport bikes before. I thought I was pretty comfortable on them. Holy crap. Nothing like riding this thing. Some people have described it as riding a lazy boy down the road. A lazy boy recliner. I mean, you can put a backrest on this thing and really kick back. You can stretch out your legs. As you can see, it's got cruise control. I'm running cruise control on it. You got an AM, FM radio. It came with a CB. I don't use it. It's got storage all over the place. My tour pack on the back allows me to bring lots of clothes, a place to lock up jackets, helmets. It's just very comfortable traveling on this motorcycle. I know a lot of people get intimidated by the size of them. That same size worries them a little bit. It's once you learn the techniques for handling it, you don't have to be a big person, a big guy or gal. You don't have to be strong. It's just learning techniques to control it. And you can go online and find videos of young ladies who are 5'2", and I don't think they could lift up 100 pounds if their life depended on it, but they can ride these bikes around no problem. If they can do it, if I can do it, you can do it too. And part of number 1 and number 2 that goes together with parts and customizability, I think that's how you'd say it, along with comfort, goes kind of hand in hand with comfort. I'm 6'3", heavier than I'd want to be, heavier than I want to admit to you guys or myself. But people my size and bigger and much smaller ride these bikes. And part of what makes that possible is that there is so much support for these bikes out there. You can set this motorcycle up to a way that suits your riding style and your size, your stature, so that it will be comfortable for you. You can change the bars, you can change your seats, raise your seat, lower your seat. Floorboards, highway pegs, whatever you need to make this bike comfortable for you, it's out there to do it. Another one, reason that, number 3 reason that I like to ride them, or have one, goes along with what you're seeing here with these flags up. It's made in the USA. And I realized I did not buy my motorcycle new. But I'd like to think just buying and supporting, maintaining a market for both new and used American-made products is good for our country. So that's something that's important to me, and the older I get, the more I see that, and the way the world is kind of falling apart, I think it's more important now more important than ever to support our country, our fellow Americans, our companies, our corporations. Try to keep these businesses here, to keep us and our neighbors working. I don't know, I think that's a good thing. It might not be important to you, but it is important to me. So that's another factor in why I think it's good to ride a Harley. Number 4 is the community, the Harley Davidson community, or a sense of it's almost like a sense of belonging. When you buy a Harley and ride a Harley, you become a member of that Harley community, and it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a gal, if you're black, white, Hispanic, if you're from Mars, United States, Mexico, the city, the country. Harley people have their own little community, and it doesn't matter if you're poor or you're rich. If you are a true biker, or you're a doctor or a lawyer, a firefighter, it doesn't matter. It's all one community. And when you go to these bike rallies and the dealerships, when you see other Harley riders out and about, you'll see that you are a part of a community. Everybody says hello to everybody. People are generally very nice to each other, and you got something that's bonding you all together. Your love for riding and owning these motorcycles. And it's nice to see that we still have things in this country that will bring people together, and something as fun as this. I know it sounds kind of weird that I don't like riding in groups. I like riding out here by myself for the most part, but it is nice to go to these events and go with a couple friends or the wife, and you can feel like you're a part of that community. Lastly is value. And at first thought it might seem kind of crazy because these Harleys are expensive. Even used, they are expensive. But they also hold their value very well. If you've ever gone looking to buy a motorcycle, specifically a Harley, you will see, I mean, new ones can cost, you can spend well over $30,000 on a new motorcycle, which I feel is insane. That's a whole other story. Even the used ones are expensive, but if you take care of it, maintain it, if you decide to sell it, that it's not for you, or you want to trade up or get something else, your bike holds value. and you're gonna get a good return on a used bike yet. So, because there is such a demand out there for these bikes. So I know that there's a lot of reasons that people would buy a Harley besides what I've mentioned, and I know there's a lot of reasons people wouldn't buy a Harley, and there's a lot of other good bikes out there. But like I said, these are 5 reasons that I decided to go the route I did. And if you're on the fence and trying to think about it, if that's what you want to do, hopefully this helps you out. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. I know it sounds kind of corny. If you made it this far, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'm starting to get kind of used to doing this now. It's been kind of hard, to be honest with you, riding around on this motorcycle and talking to myself. But I think I'm getting a little better at it with my practice, and I hope to bring all of you along with my journeys and to grow with me. So if you watched this video and you enjoyed it, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on the next ride.